Hello, hello, hello. It's not working. Hello. Yeah. And here we are. We are now live again. Sabihin ko lang sa mga kapatid ko. And let's see, Facebook muna. Most of my viewers are coming from Facebook. Pero hindi ko makita yung kanilang text. So let's see. Oh, not this one. I should be streaming na sa Facebook, no? Testing comment. Let's see, lalabas ba dito? Viewers are coming from Facebook. Pero hindi ko makita yung lumabas yung comment dito sa DJ's Gaming World. Oh, nakita ko na yung comment ni Yeye. Yay! I saw your comment na. Thank you, Yeye. Um, my streaming games here from Facebook. So, don't mind that I will still be streaming just to keep me sane. If you want to watch my me doing some daily grinds on Genshin, you can go to Twitch TV/DJ Monsi. Yes. Should be better. Ay, nakita ko na rin yung kay Kate. Salamat po. Teka, dapat pala nag-live stream na ako, no? Magandang gabi pa. Transition na tayo. Yan. Hi everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, and hindi pa good night. Let's see, anong may bagong event. What is the new event? Okay. During the event, partner with treasure seeking Sealy to seek out treasure that can be exchanged in the event shop for one of the commemorative event gadgets. Of course! Ganda ng transition. Gusto mo pa? Isa pa. Be right back. Ayaw. Wait lang. Oh, may ganon. Balik ulit tayo kasi maglalaro na ako. course, Yeye. Ito na si Iya, ang aking panganay, na manunood at nakaharang sa electric fan ko. Dito ka na nga sa loob. Nakaharang ka sa electric fan ko eh. Panotis! Ate Kate! Si Tita Kate. Yung nagpicture sa atin. Nagpicture. Nag-makeup sa inyo pala noon. Sa inyo. Hindi ako minake-upan ni Kate eh. Dali, nakaharang ka sa electric fan ko. Hindi, okay lang. Sige, fine. Go. And hi daw, sabi ni Tita Yeye. Hi daw, Ate Iya. Okay. Ha? May sugat kay sa nails mo. Pakita mo din eh. Pakita mo. What? Uy, sino yun? Nilike ni Tita Yeye. Yung ating Actually, dahil hindi ko na kailangan ng pwede ko na makita naman through here na yung text. Yun, ganun mo. Ouch daw, ouch. Asan? Ito daw, masakit. Masakit, may sugat daw. Ha? May red saan?
Pink at saka red. Doon, ayun yung dugo kasi masakit.
Okay. Bumababa sa stairs si Baby Lee, tas nagsasabi siya ng hi! Hi! Nakangiti na siya. Ay, hindi ka kita sa camera, anak. Dito ka sa tabi. Hindi ka kita. 06 ha, sa Friday pa pala. Check the treasure map within Ullman's treasure book. Follow the map to reach the area where the treasure is buried. Ullman will mark out 2 new areas in this book each day for total of 14 treasure areas.
Sila na ang chair ni tatay, no?
Ayan, kayo naman. Para kita kayo sa camera, hindi na ako yung focus. Sabi ni Tita Yeye, hi! Ha? Nag-hi sila kasi nakikita nila kayo. Sige. Okay. Cliffhanger. Oo nga. Kailangan ko to. I need this. But, before that, hi, cutie babies daw. Sabi ni Tita Yeye. Wala tayong sound. Ay, okay, wait. Bagal mag-type ni Tita Yeye eh. Well, mabagal din yung pagdating nung messages. So, sabi natin, pangit si Tita Yeye. Eto, magre-react yan. Tamo. Ayan na. Magre-react yan. May sound naman ako, so okay lang. Bagal talaga. Ha? No. Ah. Ay, shemay na. There you go. Hindi narinig na ni Tita Yeye yung sinabi natin. Hindi na siya nagre-react eh. Dun sa iba ko pong viewers, hello! Welcome to my chat or yeah. Aha. Okay. Aha. There's a lot of lagged. Ah. Tinatanong ni Tita Yeye ano yung sinabi natin kanina. Hindi siya nakikinig so hindi na natin uulitin. Oo. I think maybe because ito naka-on pa to and ito tapos ito din this should lessen yung ating connection problems.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Naglag ulit. Yon. Now it's a bit better. That's a bit better now. Ano yon? Di ka nakikinig eh. Kung nakikinig ka, di sana narinig mo. Nagtatanong ka dito, tas di sabi mo, nanood ka, tas di pala. Ano ba naman yun? Miss you daw, Ate Iya. Miss mo ba si Tita Yeye? Ano ba? Sabi ni Tita Yeye. Nakakuha daw siya ng water. Dalan mo na rin kami ng pizza dito. Or ramen. Yeye, ramen. Pwede na ramen. Thank you. Bait talaga ng bunso. Thank you. Thank you sa ramen. Ramen. Kung meron kayong gustong sabihin na improvements para dumami yung viewers or ewan ko, nahihiya ako hindi ako mahilig mag-share kasi ng sarili. Ayokong binubuhat ko yung sarili ko minsan, no? Malapit lang naman ang Los Baños, Kate, nanonood ka pa? Kamusta kayo dyan? Dumadami yung aking ano. Oh, malamig na ramen. Anong klase yun? Sige, Noel. Pag may nag-share sa akin, di ako marunong eh. Wala lang. Gusto ko lang mag-stream. Sige, share ko din. Uy, someone is being attacked. Daw. Asan? Asan? Ah, there you go. Ha? Teka, Noel, na-add mo na ba ako? Oo nga, na-add na ako ni Noel. Yehey! Nice, 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 nice. Pupuntahan ko ang inyong ano. Who are you? Save plate. That recorded details from the Archon War, but I was ambushed by the... Huwag mong kainin yung aking mic. Ate Iya, flying kiss kay Tita Yeye. Flying kiss daw kay Tita Yeye. Ma. Okay, yun na yun. Yung susunod, kailangan mo na magdala ng pagkain sa amin. I tried to run away, but they caught up with me. Mukha daw, sabi ni Tita Yeye. Seems like she used you, Traveler, and I'll bet that she had her eyes set on this location for a long time. It's just her comrades. Anong ginagawa mo? Tuwan-tuwa ka dyan. Code name. Wangshu Inn. But if I can keep historical relics safe, then at least that's something. Okay. Oh, wala. Burp. Taas mo yan. Sinisinok ka eh. Dapat kita ka, Ate Iya. Ayan. Kita ka na. Oh, 4 viewers. Hi, guys. Oy, naano mo na eh. Di na totoo eh. Ha. Woo! Sala. Malakas sa CPU talaga oh. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Ano bang settings ko ngayon? Medium na ako ah. Mhm. Let me check ulit. VSync is off. Diba? Aha. Low ko muna. Hindi. Nagawa mo niya. Teka.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Teka, wait lang. Be right back. Let's confirm kung at least mag-smoothen. Hindi na kasi kaya ng aking system eh. So, we should be able to have only 50% of CPU running.
Be right back.
Oh, be right back.
Ryan,
Ayan, sabi ni Tito Tenten, hello daw. Hello daw.
hi there.
Yes, hi there. Oh, dapat pala pwede tayong GPU. This is nice. Next time, sige. So habang naghihintay tayo mag-load, be right back. Kanay natin. Ano pa? We will make, hindi pala makikita, no? Make faces muna. Lahat galing sa Facebook, no? Tagal. Lagi pa rin. Yeah. Let's see. Hindi ata okay na ganito ang gawin ko. Ayan, okay. Go overwork yung aking CPU, pero meron pa akong slack. May nagra-run nga akong slack. Okay. Oh, si Mark J. Kun, namamas ko daw sa Twitter, sa Twitch. Namamas ko po, wala po akong pera. Yun na lang sinabi. Wala po ko cash. Uy, no honor among thieves. Pagal talaga. Sana meron na akong cash pang ano ba? Ano ba?
The hunter becomes
Yun, nalunod. Hindi siya yung bunso, siya yung siya yung panganay. Yung bunso yung nasa taas yung bunso. Pang-Wilkin lang. Pang-Wilkin. Pag kumita na ako sa Twitch streaming na to, sige. Hindi ko nga alam kung ano ba to eh. Kung bakit ba ako nagpapalabas eh. Pero oh well, kung natutuwa naman yung mga manunood, go. Yeah. Let's have it dito kasi. Ha? Yeah, I'm going to Mondstadt. Sige, go. Go ahead. Ano? Kita ka ba? Di ka kita? Oh. Ayan, kita ka na? Oh, nagtago ka ulit.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Meron pa pala akong di ano, wait lang. Sige! Ikalat mo lang to. Yung channel. Oh, grabe magkamukha mo kung kamukha daw kayo ni Isha. Teka nga, ba't wala nang tao din eh? Let's change the time to morning. Mukhang twins daw kayo ni Ate Sha. Asan na? Asan na si Ate Sha? Nawawala sila kasi wala akong crowd. Because of the crowd density. High naman yung crowd density ko. Let's have it medium nga. On 60. Oh, hindi na kayo kita ulit. Siguro kaya mo kayo mukhang ouch. Teka, let's check kung kayang gusto ko lang makita kung ano so this is the environment detail. Now I get it. Currently, pag low, off. Dito kayo. Ay, kita yung panty. Teka. well, never mind. Ano talaga? Come on. Rendering. Video encode. Yes. Ang sabi ni sashimi daw, sashimi. Hi daw. Sabi ni Tita Yeye. Yay! Testing ko nga. Babaan ko yung Proof ko lang. Ito muna. Yeah, sige. Oh, nice. Sort of. Mayroon pa pala doon. Dagdagan. Yeah. Huwag mong tataas yung damit mo, anak! Nasa camera ka! Oo nga eh. Anak, sabi sa'yo, huwag kang magtataas ng iyong palda. Kita ka sa camera. Taas ka ng taas ng palda mo, ha? Oh, baba. Hindi ko yata nakuha. Dapat pala yung isa yung kinuha ko. Baba, dali. Oo nga, maganda na yung ikot. Dito ka din. Sama ka. Oh, ito naman. Oh. Okay na. Let's see. Saan ba yung... Para saan ba yung... Hi daw, Baby Ree. Hi! Hi! Dun. Teka. Isin natin yung camera. Hi! Hindi na, tama na. Okay na ako sa pangatlo. Tatlo lang. Tatlo lang, Mark. Tama na. Tama na, please. Yeah. Okay, masyadong maliwanag. Let's go lang sa meron lang tayong low. Yeah. Tapos hi daw. Hi kuya. Hi daw, sabi ni tita ni Nangning. Nangning pa rin kahit na anong gawin mo, Nangning. Late daw si Nangning sa panonood.
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Oh, nasa
Welcome to
TV
the
daw tayo.
Adventurers Guild.
Ha? Hi! 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 Sino yun?
Ad Astra.
Teka nga. Ano bang gagawin natin? Wala na. Ito. Thursday, bukas pa pala siya. Kaya wala to. Wala na to. Tapos na to. Kahapon to. Wednesday. Okay. Ito pala. Wow, 6 viewers. Ito yung highest ko. Hi guys. Highest ko, I think, 6 viewers. May hindi pa pala ako nagagawa. Kailangan kong gawin. Mamaya na lang pagkatapos na ito. Hindi ko lang naalala. Saan na siya? Ito pala. Shhh! Ingay mo. Hello daw, sabi ni Nang Ning. Ayun o, hello. Mwah. Sige na nga, try lang natin.
We're going to hunt.
Bibiri daw. Hi daw. Anto ka na daw at ano? Bibiri. Cute ba tong mga to? Tamo ang kalat ng buhok.
Retribution!
Rain outlines your fate.
No escape. So soon.
Life goes on.
Gets na yun.
So soon.
Orders given. Orders received.
No escape.
Bababa ka na? Wait. Bababa ka na? Okay, sige. Bye-bye ka na, bye-bye. 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 Okay. Nagbabay na siya. Yeah! Punta ka sa mga ate mo. Ayun sila, oh. Let's finish this.
Wheel of life.
You can't run from death.
Kuya, yung camera ko daw. O anong meron sa camera ko? Hi.
Witness the power of football.
Time for retribution! No escape!
There can be no
Ay!
excuse for this.
Sim, hindi ko nakita yun.
Life goes on. Wow.
Aha.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Come on, now. Huh.
Can't run from death.
Huh?
No escape. You can't run from death.
Yeah, so ganito lang ako, tahimik na naglalaro.
Verdict is...
Let me read you a book. Nice.
No escape. So burn. Prepare yourself.
Opening box of Adepti tricks.
Prepare yourself. You can't run from death.
No, my sword!
Hindi ka kita sa camera, anak. Malapit ka ba? Bakit? Anong nangyari sa'yo? Nanto ka na? You want, ano? You... Ano?
drink some soup. Oh, drink some soup.
Stew? Soup.
Later.
Later. Okay.
La 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 la.
Ring cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
So soon.
Learning this?
No escape.
Wheel of life.
Where did I go?
Hindi pa umabot.
You can't run from death. Leaving so soon. Prepare yourself.
Rain outlines your fate.
You can't run from
Okay.
This realm is
Mhm. Kaya, asa na? Mali pala. Okay. 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 Si Barbara, 3 na. Realm Depot.
if you ever This realm.
Two, three, four, five. Tapos, okay.
If you ever.
Let's go sa ating mga friends. Kung meron ba silang mga gustong ginagawa. Tingnan natin kahit. Wow! Wow! Ang ganda naman ng gawa ni Noel. Wow! Astig! Shems. Wow! Grabe. Wow. Nice. So nice. Ganda oh. Teka. Kaya to. Ano to? Ano to? Gathering of Cormings. Wow, astig. Oh, may ganon. I should get these things. Ganda nung gawa ni Tito Noel, oh. I shall get those things later. Ibig sabihin matagal na naglalaro sila. Talagang huli na ako sa lahat. Stick, oh. Wala siyang kinecreate. Tayo kay ano? Kay Tito Neil. Hindi siya pa hindi siya pwedeng mag-ano pa. Okay, kasi pa kong friends, baka meron silang ginagawa. Wala din silang ginagawa. alam mong gamer talaga eh, no? Talagang, ito lang. Oh, bakit dalawa, no? Ba't dalawa sa kanila? Oh well. Teka nga, balik nga tayo. Hindi ba ako naglagay ng ano? Naglagay naman ako ng parang 40 primogems ata yun per character set. Oo nga eh. Gusto ko nga gumawa eh. Oh, meron naman ako nito. So, ba't hindi lumabas? Nagawa ako next time. Or, pero bakit isa lang yung ganito ko? Dalawa dun sa friend ko.
This
Bakit?
realm is
Realm Depot. Sold out, no? One lang. That's some weird. Ito siya, oh. That's weird. Dalawa yung farming sets nung nasa friend ko, pero isa lang sa akin. Oh well. Nothing to lose.
if you ever This realm is
Or unless, wait.
if you ever have
Huh? Lo. Wala nga. That's weird. Yung ano, yung isang anong tawag
this
to?
realm is truly
Isang farm? Nasa crafting? No, I mean yung isang farm. Kasi
if you ever have
so ito dalawa, ito nag-iisa lang. So, hindi ko alam kung bakit nag-iisa lang siya. Oh, well. Maubos yung oras ko kakaisip. Let's just do the ano na lang. Ay, hindi. Meron akong items forge. Wait. Oo, yung farm. Weird eh. Dalawa dun sa kaibigan ko, tas isa lang yung sa akin. So, tatanong na lang ako sa kanila pagkatapos nito. Hoy! Labas! Pinalipad bigla eh. Sana yung aso ko din? Okay. Okay siya, pero kung lagi ka namang nag-iikot at kumukuha ng items, ano lang, pangdagdag ano lang.
The emergency provisions. What will we do without them? I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. No, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. and they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth. But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
Grabe, nandito lang ang treasure hoarders na to. Okay, fine.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history. You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson.
Sure, why not?
Treasure. Burn! Treasure.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew we shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs.
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
Yes, of course. So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Ang hina talaga nitong si Paimon, ang sarap niyang saktan. Oh,
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about? Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa, whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from.
yun nga eh. I don't know why the developers don't want to have like Lumin or Aether to talk. But I guess they are following some kind of there are games kasi na may the main characters does not talk. Ewan ko kung why they use the same strategy here. Sayang.
How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself? I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
But we didn't buy anything.
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything. two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so. This sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember, all I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use of virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
Eh.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though?
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No, you got it so wrong. We just came here to,
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Make-Yo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's been possessed by an evil spirit. So, we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
Yeah, we just got there. We've been there many times already.
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
May nanonood pang dalawa.
Sensei will be fine. I'm sure of it. He's a strong person.
I just hope Sensei doesn't have to endure this much longer.
Let's go!
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago. And he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the Shrine Maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue.
Hi, Drex. Thank you for sharing.
The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
Saan ito?
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted! That's gotta be him!
How did you catch up with me so quickly? Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister.
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day. Long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same sword master, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception, but Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best sword master, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Oh, there's a question. Paano pala setup ng stream mo? Naka-OBS ka, then naka-split feed to Facebook or Twitch feed ba itong nakikita ko? Currently, naggamit na ako from OBS. I switched to Streamlabs OBS. So, there's a ability to to stream both to Twitch and Facebook as well as YouTube. So naka-stream ako pati sa YouTube channel ko. Sorry. It's not ano pero ayan. Oh. Oris pa. Pangkalma. So ito yung ginagamit ko, Streamlabs for my streaming. Medyo malaki nga lang yung kanyang gamit na resources. Although it's around 40, it's using 46% of my CPU greater than Genshin. It's siguro mahina lang talaga yung CPU ko ngayon kasi sobrang luma na rin.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Meikyo Shisui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down though, I still respected his mastery of the blade, and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Meikyo Shisui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Wala natin siya. Berries.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean that he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I'm sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty. And all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities.
So, yung OBS na gamit ko before, never tried streaming din pa to Twitch. So, itong may floating whatever icon sa ibaba ng camera mo, yeah, it's features ng Streamlabs. I don't know how to set it up sa OBS. Meron din kasi akong OBS, pero ang ginagamit ko lang yung OBS for recording like videos for teaching noon. na hindi ko rin masyadong nagamit talaga.
I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yae can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yae?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yae does not like to be kept waiting. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Who'd have thought Lady Yae herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yae's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yae, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow.
And, sorry, tumawag yung friend ko.
Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yae. We're curious to meet her too.
No, okay lang. Oh, you can ask questions. Ngayon ko nga lang din nagamit tong Streamlabs eh, so. Go lang.
Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
Ganda.
Do you think that's Lady Yae? Oh, no wonder Junyo is so excited. She has a really striking presence. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yae, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yae, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yi, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the Swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest Swordmaster in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Anzai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Anzai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Anzai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way. Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Miyakyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
Okay.
I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Sure.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. I'm so curious what she really meant by all that. We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
Miss Kamisato. Pwede na ba? Kaya na ba? Ayaw pa rin akong bigyan ng ano. Makakanta ka ng Ave Maria dito sa stream ko, anak. Okay.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Huh. Okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen?
Kaboses mo siya?
Sabi niya, ang cute daw, sabi ni siya.
Ah.
Parang si Shasha.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descend. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what I must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance? You will? Really? Naturally.
Alright, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we can move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me? The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group. To say a little more about Sangonomiya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt decree. Of course! We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt decree.
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who is providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu. Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt. By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Nagonohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you. You want to know who you'll be meeting in Hanamizaka? Let's just say they'll be easy to find. You'll see what I mean when you get there.
G, tingnan mo to. Paano kung ganito yung setup? Yeah, okay. Ito. Ah. Okay. Ano to? Huh? Oh, nice. Is it open? Is it open? Is it open? If it's open, then we'll not continue this story. We will not. Yes, it's open. Oh, okay. Hmm. Okay. It's time to not go to the main mission first. Yay! Not going to the main mission is something that.
Wow. Oh,
Ano ba yun?
This?
witness the power of Gua.
Yeah. I'm just going to finish lang itong ano na to. Then, tapos na tayo. Tapos na. Lampas na pala ako ng time. Wala nang clues on bounties. Nagulat din ako. Wala nang clues on bounties for Inazuma. Or baka one-time fluke, I don't know. Ow.
Verdict is?
Yeah. Bye.
Let me leave you.
That's weird. Oh. Nawala yung crab.
Let's get down to business. To the ferry.
Ah.
Cut down. Yes.
Parang humina yung sound nila bigla.
Finally, No. It's my lucky day. Feel my blade. Ha! See no more.
Thank you for coming.
To the ferry. Need to move. Finally, No.
This isn't over! Take this!
Day.
Ring cutter.
Fall before me!
Time for retribution.
You win!
To the ferry. Finally, No.
Wala na rin kinakausap na tao. Usually sa iba... ito. Isa lang? Talaga? That's weird. Yeah. Yeah, I have plenty of Sakura Bloom Cave. Okay. At least by advancing the missions, mayroon na akong magagamit na missions card. Teka. Yan. Okay. Mahirap na daw kasi Inazuma as it is, kaya di na nila pahirapan yung game mechanics. Okay. kaya naghihirap sila ngayon. Anyway, I think okay, so isa pang 394.90. Okay, mukhang hindi aabot for today. Ito, so it's already 8 and it's time for eating. So goodbye everyone. See you tomorrow for the daily grind again, and then yeah, bye.